When I'm feeling down, my best friend gives me positive vibes. She's there with me through all the exciting climaxes of life. Wait, I think she might be calling. My pocket is vibrating. Excuse me a moment, this must be important. Oh, there she is, my BFF. Love, as you can see, I'm kind of busy right now. I'll get to you later. My best friend is a vibrator? Don't worry, I have other friends too. A whole drawer full. 20 years ago, when I was in my 20s, I never would have guessed I'd be connecting with you, having this conversation. My road to sexual empowerment was a long one. It started just after grad school. The open road stretched out ahead of me. I was buzzing with excitement, driving my pink Pontiacs on fire. As you can see, my tiny car was stuffed with all my belongings. You know that exciting feeling when you're about to start a new adventure? Fresh out of university at age 24, I was moving across the country, from cold, snowy Michigan to the bright, sunny desert of Arizona. My boyfriend was eagerly waiting for me. We were starting a whole new life together. New jobs, new house, new mattress, wink, wink. I couldn't wait to see his smile and feel his arms around me. But a year later, the excitement in my heart was just gone. Sitting on the bedroom floor, tears dripped down my face. What is wrong with me? Why can't I just be happy? My boyfriend and I both worked long hours. We were both tired and stressed. So why did he spend his evenings alone in the other room, playing video games? Even though he was only one room away, I felt unwanted, alone, and ashamed. I had struggled with an eating disorder much of my earlier life. I was used to denying myself pleasure, like chocolate, carbs, and rest. But I didn't like that he was denying me pleasure. I wanted more sex, but I didn't dare tell him. Good girls don't ask for sex, right? And men are supposed to initiate. Or so I thought. Growing up, I had gotten the memo that sex was bad. Every instinct in my body told me that sexual pleasure felt so good. So why did I feel so bad? It was so confusing and frustrating. Everywhere I looked in society, it was sex, sex, sex. And yet I had to keep that under wraps. It felt like a war between the physical intimacy I craved and the shame I had been taught. And the shame was winning. Years after we broke up, and a few more failed relationships later, I decided I'd better go to therapy. But wouldn't sex therapy be more fun? Well, I like to dream big, so I attended a 4-day sexuality retreat. I learned that instead of perfecting positions or finding the perfect partner, our sexuality is a powerful, creative force inside us, independent of a partner. It's similar to what Eastern traditions like Taoism or traditional Chinese medicine call life force or qi, or what East Indian practices called prana or kundalini. I began to imagine it as a sexual fire inside each of our bodies that fuels our passion, creativity, and zest for life. I got to meet my sexual fire, and it turns out this is what I had been searching for all along. It was there, whether I was single or in a relationship. This powerful creative force melted away my sexual shame. And it wasn't just about what happened in the bedroom. Reflecting back on my life, I noticed a pattern. During periods when I was more sexually active, I felt happier, healthier, more confident, and I made more money. Just the opposite. During periods of sexual inactivity, my creativity and finances dwindled. According to the University of Chicago, sexual activity has dropped dramatically, hitting record lows in the past 2 decades. We search outside ourselves for answers on how to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. What if the answer has been inside our bodies all along? We have a technology inside us, factory installed in our bodies, that we're not tapping into. Turning it on feels a lot like feeling turned on. Numerous scientific studies have shown that sex increases our happiness, health, confidence, and even our productivity at work. Over the years, many of my students have noticed that sex sparks their creativity as well. And when we're thriving in these areas, making more money often follows naturally, like having the confidence to ask for a raise or start our own business. Get this. The Institute for the Study of Labor in Germany surveyed 7,500 adults, and they found that the more sexually active someone is, the higher their wages. While this doesn't mean that sex directly causes higher wages, the researchers think it's because sexual activity is a barometer for quality of life, health, well-being, and happiness, all of which impact our job performance. I realized that sex and money go hand in hand. Wow, sex and money, 2 of the most taboo topics on the planet. Even though society considers them both dirty, have you ever noticed neither is a 4-letter word? And for those who don't know, a 4-letter word is a swear word. When we receive more money than we think we need, we can use the overflow to support meaningful causes and make powerful, positive changes on the planet. And of course, it's not just about money. It's about having a happy, fulfilled, abundant life. Think of it as your happiness switch inside your body, just waiting to be flipped. Have you ever read Think and Grow Rich?
Yes.
I'm hearing some yeses. Awesome. It's a classic. The author Napoleon Hill touches on the connection between sex and wealth in his chapter called Sex Transmutation. But honestly, his explanation was a confusing hot mess. He was so brave to write about this in 1937, but he didn't give us a clear roadmap. So I picked up where Napoleon Hill left off. Through decades of my own professional research, teaching, and personal experiences, I discovered the steps and created the map. I've organized these steps into a framework called GLOW, which represents the glow of our sexual fire. We use these steps to build our sexual fire or turn on our inner tech. So how do we do it? Well, before we get to the G, L, O, and W, first we must set the stage for the magic to happen. Think of this as the foreplay. First, we must make time in our lives for sexual pleasure. So we schedule pleasure dates. According to the research, at least one per week. Yes, I want you to literally schedule time for sex on your calendar. You might wonder, but doesn't that make it less fun? Is vacation any less fun because we schedule it ahead of time? No! It gives us something to look forward to. I don't want to go completely off the rails, but I do want to point out pleasure dates can be done with or without a partner. Now that we've made time in our lives for sexual pleasure, the G in GLOW stands for grounding in the body. Did you know that you have a body part that will help you make the best decisions of your life? This body part will help you to be honest about what you truly desire. Your genitals are your GPS, your genital positioning system. When you're navigating life, turn toward what turns you on and excites you, whether it's a trip you want to take or a new career opportunity. Your GPS turns you to the good things in life. And it's not just your genitals, there's your heart too. The L in GLOW stands for love. Now it's time to turn on your heart. For many women, our heart has to open before our legs can open. For many men, it's the opposite. Once their hardware is polished up and paid attention to, their heart opens. An open heart opens us to opportunities. The O in GLOW stands for orgasmic. And it's not just about orgasms. My best ideas for my life and business come to me during orgasm. And I have a lot of brilliant ideas. Be open to creative orgasmic ideas during a sexual experience or just after, while basking in the afterglow. Even feeling sexually turned on can boost our creative thinking. The reason? An increase in dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. This increase in dopamine enhances what is known as divergent thinking, the ability to come up with multiple different ideas or solutions. Build up the sexual tension. Allow yourself to enjoy feeling turned on, and you'll have creative ideas available at your fingertips. And finally, the W in GLOW stands for wealth. If you think about it, we create things through sex, starting with the very physical example of babies. If we can literally create new life, just imagine what else we can create. Use your turned on technology, your sexual fire, to create the life you want. How? Take action on your orgasmic ideas. Channel your passion into your work projects or whatever you do to make money in the world. And watch your happiness and wealth improve over time. As a bonus tip, if you want to be daring, before a pleasure date, set an intention for something specific you want to create, like a new career opportunity that will bring in more money. If you have an orgasm, dedicate your orgasm to your intention, like a prayer or meditation. When we make time for regular sexual activity, we increase our happiness, confidence, and wealth. Get out your calendar right now and schedule your first pleasure date. Hold on, my best friend is calling again. Clearly, another brilliant idea is on the horizon, and the idea I'll leave you with is this. It's time to light our sexual fire so we can feel turned on for life. Whether we're at work or at play, making money or making love, we've got the technology inside us. Let's turn it on.